I'm in Lordsburg, and unbeknownst to me, the bus actually dropped me off an exit before I needed to be dropped off. So I have to walk 2.5 miles. That's not too bad. And you may be wondering why my pack is so tall, because it's not usually this tall. And that's because I have 10 days worth of food in there. I'm going to come back through Lordsburg, and when I do, I'm going to leave 5 days worth of food here, and I'll pick it up like a resupply box. And I'm super happy because when I weighed my pack before I left, it had my water bottles, but no water and not my fuel. And it came in at 17.6 pounds, which I'm super happy about. So I've got some big water carries. I have several 20-mile water carries. So I think I'll also be able to keep my weight down with my pack pretty good. So I got all checked in here in Lordsburg, and I was going through my pack to get it reorganized a little bit from flying. And before I left, I kept going back and forth. Should I take my bivvy? Should I take my tent? Should I take my bivvy? Should I take my tent? Well, I brought both of them by accident. Lucky for me, the post office is next door, so I can mail one of them back. And I've decided I'm going to mail my bivvy back because the tent will be able to offer me shelter from the sun if I need it, where the bivvy will not. So that's the reason I'm going with it. I've used it before in the desert, and it's great and wonderful, especially to see the stars at night. But I'm gonna stick with the tent. I'm gonna go mail the bivvy back, and it's also gonna give me a chance to mail back. You can see my IKEA bag back there. That's what I use to put my backpack in when I'm transporting it on planes, just to have everything contained. So off to the post office. Actually in Mexico. This is the border. So I'm gonna hop the fence and be in New Mexico. Getting ready to hit the trail. Getting a 9:45 start, and it's 71 degrees and sunny. And I'm off. So right out of the gate, I injured myself because I stepped over into the Mexico side of the border and caught my leg on some barbed wire. But all is well. First day on the CDT, and I got in 23.5 miles. So feeling pretty good about that. There was a blue alternate that I was not going to take, but our shuttle driver said that the trail, we should take it because the trail itself is overgrown and it's bushwhacking. It's a mile longer, but he said you'll actually be faster. So that's where I am. I'm about a mile till I get to the end of this alternate. And so I'm tired and I'm ready to hit the hay. Before I doze off, I wanted to tell you about that rock that had the carving on it at the very beginning about Crazy Cook, because that's the name of the terminus there, Crazy Cook. And it's because in 1907, I guess there were some people I don't know what they were doing there, but someone complained about the cook, and the cook took an axe and killed somebody. It was brutal back in 1907. But a little interesting history right there at the southern terminus. Good morning. It looks like I'm going to get about a 6:40 start. The sun isn't quite up yet, but it's working its way over those mountains. Yesterday, I stopped for about a little over an hour at lunchtime, and I actually cooked my dinner there and ate it because it was at a water cache, so that when I got to camp, because I knew it'd be a dry camp, I could just eat my lunch, and that worked out really well. Also, I had wanted to walk like another 30 minutes. I was getting tired, but also my right glute was killing me. So I stopped and set up my tent and got camp ready, and I stretched as much as I could. And usually when I have something like that, when I get up in the morning, it's gone. But it's not gone this morning, so I already put some deep blue on it. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll try to maybe take shorter steps today to see if that helps. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Yesterday morning, when I got dropped off at the southern terminus, there were 3 trucks that were shuttling people there. So there was a total of 15 people that started yesterday. And of those 15, I think 3 of them had never done a long trail before. So it's a lot of seasoned hikers out here, and that's been fun talking to them. As the day went on, we kind of got all spread out. There was no one near me where I camped. And so it'll be interesting today to see how many people I run into and have a chance to talk with for a little bit. I'm sure that we'll just continue to get further and further spread out. If you watched my videos from the AT, you may have remembered that I actually started the trail with 2 broken toes. These 2 toes are broken. And when I finished, these 2 toes and these 2 toes were pretty damaged, and new nails were growing, and the old ones haven't fallen off yet. And you can see just this one, but this one is the worst. Just wish that top nail would fall off. It actually doesn't hurt when I'm walking. It just hurts when I take my socks off because they're sweaty and stick to it. But it doesn't look pretty, that's for sure. I'll be glad when they fall off. I ended up doing 23.3 miles today, and it was a lot of fun, but also it was very, very hot. Like I took like 3.5 hours or maybe even a little more of breaks. I took a break from 2 to 4 because it was just so hot. And the back of my legs got sunburned actually. So I put some covering over that to keep those safe so they don't get totally burnt and toasty. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow and see what it has to bring for me. The desert is hot. It was really, really hot today. I'm sure if you're from here, they probably think it's cool, but it wasn't for me. So, oh, I saw a rattlesnake, and I'm glad he was rattling because I almost walked right up on him. And then I saw 2 road runners, and that was pretty cool. They were too fast for me to get a picture, but I was looking for Wile E. Coyote near them. Good night. Good morning. I got a 6:20 start. I really want to start at 6. I slept till 5:30. I don't ever set an alarm. So I woke up at 5:30 and had breakfast, broke camp, and hit the trail. And I have this little earlier start, even though it's only 25 minutes. It's not in blistering sun. Feels good this morning. It's gonna be a beautiful sunrise. It's working its way up. Hip update. The first day, I only used my trekking poles for about 5 minutes. So yesterday, I used one on that side that was hurting, and now it doesn't hurt at all. So I'm sure it was just first day hiking, but a muscle got tight in there, but it loosened right up and feels great. Kind of have a saying in the hiker world, something hurts every day, but as long as it's not the same thing every day, just keep hiking. It's kind of how it is. Another thing I wanted to mention is it's so easy to get off trail here. I got off trail like 4 or 5 times yesterday, and I already got off trail this morning. I think it's because of all the cows that are here, and they just make all these other paths. You think you're on the right one, and then you look up and see a sign that says CDT, and you realize that you're not on the right one. These young cows are cracking me up. They're acting like deer. The adult cows just look at us and then keep eating. The younger ones, there's another one behind me. I don't see a mom anywhere, but they keep running off. Kind of funny, like a deer. Well, I have been redlining it like for the last 30 minutes, and that means I'm having to actually look at my app on my phone to kind of find the trail. It's been frustrating a little bit. I don't know what's going on, but I hope I can get back on the trail pretty soon. I know I'm close, so I'll just have to keep staring at that red line on my phone till I get to it. It's crazy. There's no markings in this area at all. So you're just kind of making your own way. There's not even like a beaten down path, or if there is, I lost it. So the red line is not the trail. I just saw the trail. It's way down there. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I think I remember somebody mentioning that on gut hooks or far out. At least I saw the sign. I can make my way down there. I think the way I came, I should have come up through this draw here. The way I came was a lot harder. I'm ready to get down there and get on the trail. There it is. of shade. It's just this little tiny tree, but I'll take whatever it offers because it's the only tree that I can see for a long way. It's going to take a little break here, well, probably a long break here, and stay out of the sun for a little bit until it cools off. So this is my sun umbrella, and they say when you're underneath the umbrella that it's 10 degrees cooler. I don't know what people are doing if they don't have this, because it's a great thing to have. The first day I didn't use it until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The second day I used it, started at 10 a.m. and today I started at 9 a.m. So it must be getting warmer each day. What a day, what a day, what a day. Ended up doing 23.1 miles. How in the heck I got 23.1 done is beyond me, because I kept losing the trail. And then I had a mishap when I stopped for my break that I'll tell you about later. But as a result, I don't have a lot of power left on my phone, so this is going to be short and sweet. I should make it into Lordsburg tomorrow with just under 15 miles. So see you then. I'm on my 4th day of hiking on the trail with a whole bunch of cows, but still when I glanced up on the hillside and saw something black, my brain went straight to bear. That's what 26 years of living in Alaska does to you. I'm gonna have to reprogram it. About 12:30. I've made it to Lordsburg and I'm going to this restaurant here called Cranberries Chatterbox. See what they have to offer. I'm hungry, so I'm looking forward to something good. There was a long line for the washing machine and dryer here at the hotel, but this was in the hiker box. They have a whole hiker table actually. I scored a lot of things out there, but got the soap and decided I would just wash mine in the tub and hang them up to dry. That water is so dirty. Got all my town chores taken care of and plan on leaving out of here bright and early in the morning and head towards Silver City. Looking forward to that. I mentioned in this video earlier, I think yesterday, that I'd had a little mishap, and it really kind of threw me for a loop. Kind of spent the day processing that, and I'll wait and share that with you in the next video because it was a little much, but it all turned out in the end, but it just kind of messed with me mentally there for a while. So I'll share that next time. Happy trails. One more thing I want to share with you that I saw today that was really cool because I've never seen this before, and it was just a few miles before I got into Lordsburg, and I was crossing like this dry, sandy, dry riverbed, and there was a little javelina in there, and boy, it was super skittish, and I thought that's what it was, and I asked in town. They said, yep, that's what it was. I told them the size of it, and they said that it was probably a very young one, a baby one, that they get bigger than that, but it was just really cool because I've never seen one before. So that's it. Good night.